A Los Angeles woman who worked for a medical billing company is facing criminal charges alleging she stole the identities of hundreds of patients. Identity thieves, they're smart, they're shrewd, they're targeting your checking, your savings accounts, they're after your cash, your retirement, like that creepy L.A. woman who worked for the medical billing company that's stealing money from patients. Don't let it happen to you. LifeLock Ultimate is the most comprehensive identity theft protection ever created. LifeLock Ultimate, not only does it help guard your identity, your good name and credit, those are essential, no question, but LifeLock Ultimate even monitors your bank accounts for takeover fraud, just one of the reasons it was awarded Best in Detection among identity protection services. LifeLock services can't protect you or your bank accounts if you're not a member. Visit LifeLock.com and enter the promo code JAYJ, promo code J for my special 10% discount. That's promo code J at LifeLock.com to get my special 10% discount. LifeLock.com network does not cover all transactions. Scope may vary. I know it's tough deciding where to focus your resources to grow your business, but one thing I can tell you, my friends, you don't need to waste valuable time going to the post office for mailing and shipping. Just use Stamps.com to access all the services of the post office right from your desk, 24/7. Stamps.com. Buy and print official U.S. postage using your own computer and printer. Get postage for any letter or package, any class of mail, all for just a fraction of the cost of an expensive postage meter. With Stamps.com, you'll never have to go to the post office again, so you can spend your time where it matters most, focused on your business. I use Stamps.com. You should too. Right now, use my last name, Mohr, M-O-H-R, for the special offer. That includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Mohr, M-O-H-R. Stamps.com. Enter Mohr.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game change.
Donuts.
If you wanna battle, it's either that you will or you won't.
You know, you're not a bad-looking man, Mr. Gals.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
There's something wrong with us. Something very, very wrong with us.
Hey, man!
You want to test this shit?
1, 2, 3.
You gotta hug that
7,
shit.
8, 9.
You gotta hug that mic, Ralph.
All right, right there.
Oh, that's Ralphie May, ladies and gentlemen. This episode of More Stories with Ralphie May, back black by popular demand, is brought to you by GoToMeeting. Not all meetings can be planned in advance. Things come up, last-minute opportunities, work emergencies. Great ideas to discuss, but with people working from different offices or on the go, it can be impossible to get everybody on the same page if they're not in the same room when you got to meet up. So be prepared. Use GoToMeeting. Powerful, simple way to meet and collaborate online whenever you need to, wherever you are. We use GoToMeeting for this show, and I use it on my radio show. Can you imagine, Ralphie May, if we had GoToMeeting when we were doing more sports?
I never would have gone to that office. I wasn't wasting the gas.
It just would have been all of us working from home with pot smoke. You'd be like, nah, I got a fog machine.
Yeah.
Disco day today. Personal day for disco.
I ran into Ian Edwards the other day.
Let's talk about him. What is this GoToMeeting? Motherfucker, I know you. I'm your father. Sign up to GoToMeeting from your computer or your mobile device. This is a cool thing for real. I've done it many, many times, you guys, and it's cool. Like, you can have 15 people in 15 different states, and y'all just look at each other on the computer. And you can tell if people are paying attention or not, because you see them, like, dozing off, and you bust somebody checking their emails. You always got that one person in like, a conference call going, It's like, bro, I know you're checking Twitter. Nobody goes,
Yeah, right.
Nobody says, that much. GoToMeeting won't let them do that. GoToMeeting saves you time and money. 30-day free trial. GoToMeeting today. Visit GoToMeeting.com. Click the Try It Free button. Use the promo code J. That's my name, J-A-Y. GoToMeeting.com. Promo code J-A-Y. Meeting is believing. Ralphie Samuel May, my homeboy.
How are you, sir?
I'm so happy you're here. I tweeted my most loyal, all capitals, friend in comedy ever, Ralphie May, recording the podcast.
Wow. That's a big statement, man.
Not
You got
really.
a ton of friends.
when the money get low, there they go. Like Master P said, you're the guy. You're the guy that'll still just call me out of the blue and say, how are you? Things are good.
Yeah, right.
Loving life. Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good.
It's awesome.
You got 2 kids and you're on the road. That's got to be hard.
It ain't easy, man. It ain't easy. We bought a bus. We bought Dave Matthews' old bus just so we could, especially all travel together, Is
that the one that dumped all like the shit into the river in Chicago?
This was being built when that one happened. But we did power wash all that shitty music out of there. Oh my God. Open the door. Oh man.
Man.
They love that cat.
Dave Matthews people on Twitter, they come out in full force.
I know, man.
So anybody that says, what the fuck? You go, I bought his bus.
I get the trash.
I did my time.
I did it.
I did my time. I'm in Dave Matthews' bus. When you said we bought a bus, I thought you were in the new Spike Lee movie.
Oh yeah. He's always got people on a bus. It's not
Get in the bus,
man.
back in the bus, Rosa Parks in the bus.
Oh my God. The bus.
Curious bus. Reading the buses.
Buster Rhymes.
Tyler Perry's bus.
Oh my God. See, I think everything would be not as dangerous if it was Tyler Perry's. Tyler Perry's Russian invasion of Ukraine. Yeah. Not nearly World War III. It's Tyler Perry.
And you know what? You can bet on if it's Tyler Perry's Russian invasion of Ukraine, there's going to be a sassy old black woman in a wig.
Yeah.
And so
Putin, what you be doing? Putin, what you be doing?
I've told you I must invade Ukraine. They're no longer sovereign nation. They're with me.
Putin, you fool. You a fool,
You
Putin.
need yourself a nice piece of pie. Sit your ass
Baby,
down.
you got to sit down and calm down before I knock you down. All right, Jack?
I don't want to be knocked down. I'll sit down. Who is this 4'5" black woman with a white wig? I don't know what accent that was. I think that was fucking Lon Chaney.
Dracula, man.
Lon Chaney doing Dracula. Who is this black woman with a wig? It was fucking Joe Manganiello from True Blood or some shit. So that's a good point. Tyler Perry at some point, my wife had a great tweet and she gives them to me and I give her credit, but she's writes more than I do. She goes, something, just like Tyler Perry's, it's 4th of July. I'm very proud to be in Tyler Perry's United States of America. When did this happen? This Tyler Perry, and just Oprah just put him up.
Yeah. That's all it took, Jack.
Ain't that a bitch? Like some people put guys up, like OJ put up Kato Kalin.
Right.
And that didn't really, didn't hurt him. He kind of sprung him a little, like, I don't know, I forget, it's a whole thing. And then Oprah Winfrey goes, you know what, I'm going to put up Tyler Perry and Iyanla, Fix My Life. That show on television. You ever seen it?
No.
Oh my God. Like, little 4-foot black woman goes in like, y'all need to communicate. Like, she gets to the heart of it, man. Like,
really?
No joke. It's the best show.
Wow.
It's like Dr. Phil, but in your house and going, sister, mother, child, you got to get to the root. You're repeating a pattern. Like, she's amazing.
I love it.
But Oprah put up Tyler Perry and boom, OWN network up and running.
I know, right? What is that anyways? Does anybody watch OWN? You watch OWN?
I watch it all the time. I don't think I was the demo when they launched 15 Tyler Perry shows, Iyanla, Dr. Phil, and reruns of Oprah, Where Are They Now? They're getting a little liberal with the Where Are They Now. It's like, hey, Willie Ames. Like, nobody gives a shit where Willie Ames is now.
No way.
But when you're doing like Steven Tyler, it's like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, right.
It's like the Barbara Walters specials. At some point, they just kind of start scraping around. She used to be known as Snooki. Now Nicole Pelosi is putting her life together with a new baby. Like Barbara Walters interviewed fucking Snooki.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? That's just a hot mess, that little girl. I don't get it. It's like this new thing, this new thing with the way people act. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
The way they act, and I've noticed this, everybody on TV under the age of 30, they all talk like the gay friends you had in high school, like the girls and the guys. Yeah. They're like, we should all go shopping. O's or A's, like, we should go shopping.
Yeah, and
they all talk like that.
What's the croak voice? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, man. Well, that's because they're so cool, Ralphie. You know that.
Ugh.
Where was the last place you just performed?
My goodness. The Borgata Theater.
Well, let's get the plugs in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Speaking of Borgata. Yeah, mother effer. I'll be at the Borgata. Me and Ralphie are circling one another like two dogs in a dog fight that are afraid to fucking jump. We're like dancing around the East Coast at the same time, but we're far enough apart that we can give these dates out. I'm at Borgata March 28th, Foxwoods March 29th. Ralphie, let me do mine because I don't want people to get confused.
All right.
The one I need your guys' help filling is the space at Westbury and Long Island April 5th. Those tickets are slow. So if you live in Long Island, you got two heavyweights coming your way, me and Ralphie May. I'm at the space at Westbury April 5th. Now, Ralphie's playing a much bigger room than me, the Paramount Theater in Huntington, Long Island, March 27th, Ralphie May. All these dates, obviously, we tweet them out at ralphiemay.com.
Yes, sir.
And jmohr.com. And Ralphie is at the Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey on Bloomfield Avenue, where I used to take girls and make out because it was in the black part of Montclair, New Jersey. I knew nobody I knew would see me.
So that's where you took them fat girls?
Yeah. If it was like somebody I wasn't sure about, I'd take them to the Wellmont. And then when things got really hot, you graduate up to the Bellevue.
Nice.
That was Upper Montclair. But you're going to be at the Wellmont in Montclair March 28th, Paramount Theater the night before, March 27th. And March 29th, Poconos. Get the Jufros rocking. Mount Airy Lodge, Mount Airy in the Poconos. Go see Ralphie March 29th. Let me ask you this. How the hell, we were both dear friends with Buddy Hackett, who made millions of dollars in the Poconos.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. How the hell did the Poconos not work? Like, how did it all just shut down? Don't people want to go on vacation?
I think it shut down because of air conditioning. You know, I think once people could afford an air conditioner, they didn't want to go to the Poconos. So there was no drive to go there during the summer.
So like if you live in like Queens in the Bronx and you don't have air conditioning, you go up there because it's cooler?
Yeah.
Or because they had air conditioning at the Poconos?
No, because it was cooler. But
you have to have air conditioning if you serve like meat.
Yeah. Well, you got to have refrigeration, but you didn't have to have necessarily air conditioning for everybody.
I don't think you want the guests going in the refrigerators.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You don't want them queuing up.
No.
Bad mojo.
But I think it was air conditioning. Honestly, I think that's what killed it. You know, because everybody would flood there in the summer. And because out of necessity, it was just abysmal.
But it's hot as fuck in the Poconos. It's humid. I just sounded like Ian Edwards. It is hot as fuck in the Poconos. In the summertime, it is humid. No H in humid. It is humid as fuck.
Human.
Where did you see Ian Edwards?
At the Comedy Store. I did a set at the Comedy Store. Like the first time I've done the main room in probably 8-9 years.
He shaved his head. He's bald now. He's
completely bald.
No more Nazi dread, bald dread. Rastafari. And Ian, you need to get your ass on this podcast. What the fuck?
Ian's great.
He is great.
He's great. Great comic.
He had great bits, man. That shit about everybody having a business card. Man. Isn't it amazing today? People at a gig, like at a meet and greet, will give you their business card.
Yeah.
And you're like, thanks, in case I ever
need insurance.
Or a fan.
Yeah, right?
Thanks, guy in row 18. If I ever need a fan, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, right? Nice.
Look, Ralphie, I know, I don't know how often you get to Mount Airy Lodge here in the Poconos, but I do paintings of dogs. Here's my card.
Here's my card.
I do paint.
Dog painting.
It's a French bulldog on the front, but look on the back, it's a poodle. It's a completely different animal, different paint set, different strokes. I'm telling you, if you got dogs, I know you love your dogs. I've heard your stories on More Stories.
That's true.
Did you get another dog for Hoochie Mama to play with?
No. Hoochie is just being a spoiled brat all by herself. She is a spoiled dog. As much as it gets, she sits in front of the shower and barks at us to bathe her. Okay, because she likes the heat. Okay, she likes it. We put a robe on her. She's got a pink robe. Okay, that velcros around the neck and ties around the back. Okay, and she just saunters around. Okay, and
so the company doesn't see her lady parts? They put a robe on?
I guess so. But that way she doesn't get all the everything wet and messy.
Oh,
and then practical. And then she's got beds everywhere. She barks at the fireplace because she wants the fire on. All right.
Sounds like a cunt.
Yeah, a little bit. She's a little demanding. A little bit. She's definitely a bitch. I'll give her that.
Your son Can we say his name on the air?
Yeah, August.
Your son, August, how many beds does he have?
He only has the bunk beds, so I guess
So he's got two.
one.
So everybody in the May household has extra beds. Everyone's got one ass, but they got multiple beds.
Yeah, we do. Well, we got multiple houses, so it's like, gotta have beds over there too.
L.A. and Nashville?
Nashville. Mm-hmm.
Shit, I would love to live in Nashville.
Nashville's amazing, man.
I did Zany's I did 2 nights at Zany's. I know those are your guys.
Yeah.
I love the Dorfmans so much. I love them. And I walked into Zany's and I'm like, just right when you walk in, you go, oh yeah.
This is a club.
This is going to be a night. And we were just talking about it off mic, like a Monday and a Tuesday, and people just pile in. And it's so full. It's so great. Every musician under the sun lives in Nashville and they all come out.
They all come out. And it's not just country people too. I mean, Jack White comes to our shows.
Black Crowes, yeah.
Yeah, those guys.
Jack White came to your show?
Yeah. Yeah, and the Black Crowes, the drummer's a radio guy in town. Yeah, man,
follows
it's crazy.
me on the radio.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
He's a good dude. We did the More Stories podcast with Steve Gorman, drummer from the Black Crowes. He goes, "How you getting to Knoxville from Nashville? It's like a 3-hour drive."
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. I was like, "I'm gonna rent a car," and he goes, "I could drive you," but I met him 2 nights earlier, and it was really weird. I was like, "What?" I didn't think he was gonna murder me, but it was just like I kind of idolized the guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I could drive you." And I go, "Why?" He goes, "You save money on a car and, I don't know, I'll just take you to Knoxville. We'll come back." I go, "It's 3 hours each way." He goes, "Do you want me to do your fucking podcast or not?"
Yeah, right?
"I'll bring my laptop, Pro Tools, and a mic, and we'll bang it out in my car." He's got a 1999 Volvo. We did the whole podcast driving from Knoxville back to Nashville.
That's a good stretch of country, man.
It was nice, man.
It's beautiful.
Best food I've ever had was in Tennessee.
Yeah. That's the truth, man. I mean, the food is amazing. And Nashville is like, it's got a lot of really cool shit going on, man. I mean, the restaurants there are insane. I mean, they're all foodies. And, but it still the prices haven't caught up to it. You know what I mean? It's still like affordable.
It's old school pricing.
Yeah. And it's so nice. The people are fantastic. They actually care about service, quality.
Yeah, it's a very big, small town.
Very big, small town.
Your kids, do they act differently in Nashville than they do in L.A.?
Not at all.
It's the same?
Not at all. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Our kids are amazing, well behaved. Okay, they're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but as I see other people's kids, and I'm like, I'm glad I ain't got those kids.
And you were real open with your kids earlier, like you'd be in the car listening to Howard Stern and like Richard Pryor albums, and they're dropping like your kids are dropping motherfuckers on your podcast.
Yeah.
And you don't give a shit. And then when people beat you up on Twitter over it, you're like, "Hey man, this is adult conversation. We're having a nice time."
Yeah.
And I commend you for it, man.
Yeah. I think it's very hypocritical that people, dictate, our kids know what's going on with, what's going on around them. You know what I mean? I want them to know. I want them to ask questions. I want them to be able to, honestly,
Daddy,
I think,
who's David Arquette?
Yeah.
Why does he own a strip club?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's fucking Howard Stern show.
Exactly, man.
It's not like you're making them watch CNN.
No. It's interesting, it's like we're adults and they're kids and I don't think the two worlds are that much different. I just wish that more people would talk to their children as, with give them a responsibility, adult choices, stuff like that.
I will say this, black comics that imitate white people make me sick because it's always that same voice like, "Hey everybody, how are ya?" And
Exactly.
the only people I know that talk like that is like Tony Gwynn.
Yeah.
Black guys.
Yeah,
and Lovey
exactly.
Smith. Like, "Well, I hit the ball real well." And but I will say this, black comics have absolutely pinpointed the absurdity of white parenting. Like, "Jeffrey, what did Dr. Taylor say about calling mommy a bitch?"
Yeah.
Like that shit. I see that in the airport. You see it all the time too. And it's like, you see a black mom just take a kid behind a corner and just give them a good thump in their butt.
Yeah.
That's what's good about diapers is you can get away with actually spanking your kid's ass. And they forget about it because it's padded. Yes. But you don't want to be, beating your kid like some maniac from the other side.
We don't need to hit him. There's worse problem. I mean, my son August is a linebacker. Okay. I mean, he he punched out a second grader. Okay, I mean he's in preschool.
Wait, hold on. How did that come about? How did
he was over at the school waiting for April to get out of tutoring so he could go into tutoring. He wants to go because we wanted April to be reading higher levels, and he he was waiting, and this boy was out there in aftercare program after school, and stole his ball. And August asked for it back, please. He said please a couple times. The kid wouldn't do it, so August smacked him. You know, got the ball back.
How old is August when it happened?
He was this week. So he's 4.5.
Yeah.
He's 4.5, and the boy's 7.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah, man. He said, Daddy, I said please. And I go, all right, I can't be mad at you.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you got to downplay to the, because I had that with Jackie, my oldest. He knocked the kid out in like 4th grade. It was the same age kid though. The kid was the same age. It wasn't as cool of a story, but it's one of those things like when the administrators come in, you're like, yeah, really sorry, get out of hand. And then in the car, you're like, fuck yeah, high five.
Nice.
You gotta
Nice.
protect yourself.
Nice.
And you go home. It's like, what happened? It's like, nothing. Everything's fine. Jackie was playing, same thing. Kid wanted the ball back. Jackie took it back. And the kid asked for the ball back, and Jack gave the ball back, and then didn't get his turn. And then finally it escalated, and the kid ripped Jackson's shirt down the front of the shirt. And Jackie's a green belt with a brown stripe in karate, and he thought for a second and just threw a right cross. And actually in the schoolyard went, Ki-ai! And just dropped the kid, and they yanked both kids. They put him in the principal's office. And like, I don't know, an hour goes by, and the principal comes in and goes, have you thought about what you've done? And my son, I'm so proud. He goes, yes, and I stand by my decision to defend myself.
So sweet. Who says that, man? That's
him.
I tell you what, Zimmerman would have been good to not have said it that well. Okay? You know? Jesus. I mean, Zimmerman was not articulate as that boy.
I stand by my decision. With a
decision.
little tear in your voice. You have a great solution for all the world's problems. I loved your whole thing about George Bush going all the way back to Last Comic Standing, and I am going to ask you to dip back into the vault.
Okay.
About George Bush, light him up. Light him up.
Yeah, if we're supposed to give cheap gas, then okay. That's great. That sounds awesome. Okay, just be honest about it. You know,
because the old gas ain't cutting it.
No, man. We got bombs. We do that very well. Okay, let's just secure our economic stability. All right, and oil, no problem. I'm all for it. No worries.
My favorite thing I think you ever said on stage was when you were talking about if you really wanted to get America vested in the war, Al Qaeda should make the fatal mistake of blowing up.
Yeah, the Budweiser Brewery in St. Louis, Missouri.
Blow up Anheuser-Busch.
Blow up Budweiser. Oh my God, there'd be a yell heard across the South. No! When those rednecks realize they gotta switch from the King of Beers to Coors Light or something else like that. Oh no. No, it's been assassinated. All right, man. Trailer parks would empty out. There'd be thousands of bass boats going across the Atlantic. Just taking aim, man. They would, man. Rednecks would go crazy.
Not even like Boston whalers, like just aluminum boats with like.
Yeah, man. Ranger bass boats, you know.
With the Savannah decal on the side, like so it's legit with the numbers on the side. I never understood that as a kid.
Those little bit white numbers they always have on their boats.
But the Coast Guard will pull you over, like if one of your numbers, like that's not the right number. And I remember asking my grandfather, like, what are they talking about? He's like, it's like a driver's license, but you put it on the side of the boat.
Yeah.
He's mad at me for not understanding.
That was red?
Yeah, red was the best, man. I wore his cowboy hat today. I mean, the baby wanted to put on cowboy. Like when you have kids, the weirdest shit it's like being on acid.
Yes.
Like you take acid and you go, bro, we gotta get vanilla ice cream. Like you don't understand. And like that's the whole fucking trip for the next 4 hours. Where's vanilla ice cream at 3 a.m? So like when you have a 2-year-old, it's like they're on acid and they literally come up to you and they're like, I need my cowboy boots. You don't understand.
Yeah, right.
And today we're going to Vaughn's and he's like, I can't go to the store without my cowboy boots. And telling me you don't understand. So I'm like, all right, but he's barefoot because we're fucking hillbillies. We're on the west side. We barely put on shoes. I go, oh, but you need socks. He goes, no socks. I just need cowboy boots. I'm like, your feet are going to hurt, Mackie. You got to put them on. So I put the socks on and the cowboy boots, and he looks at me and he goes, where are your cowboy boots? I don't have cowboy boots, but I got Red's cowboy hat. So I one-up that little dude.
Yeah, right? You took it to another level.
You like the boots? Check out the hat.
Check out the hat.
He goes, my hat. I go, fuck you. No, I didn't say that, but I would have. If he was
just got in his face. Hey, fuck you.
My grandfather gave me this hat. It's a coyote. Rest in peace. This is a good-ass hat. So there we are, clip-clop on our way down the ice cream aisle clip because they're a little too big for him. They're idiots. They're absolutely. I say on stage all the time, if you put I have 2 boys. If you put 6 chimpanzees from the wild and let them free in my house, they'd be still for about an hour. They wouldn't move.
Right.
They would just sit there and look around and take shit in. And then one of them eventually would very slowly creep over to the island in the kitchen, then hop up and take a banana and run back to the fucking pack because he didn't want any shit to break out. I'm pulling kids out of fucking fireplaces.
Wow. I know, man. I've done that.
I don't know how they don't drown when it's not raining.
I don't know how they get away. I mean, they walk into walls. Okay. I mean, they be running and talking and laughing and then smack a wall or hit a glass door. I mean, they don't care.
They're drunks.
They're little drunks, little drug addicts.
Is it easier, I think, and I say it on stage all the time, but I have nothing to compare it to, but I would assume, because I'm not maybe a particularly great parent, boys, way easier than girls, because you make a lot more mistakes with a boy. Like, my sons will come down and go, can we watch TV? And I'll go, we don't have a TV. And they go, okay. And they go back up the stairs. But I'm watching TV like they're idiots. I'm actually watching TV. They think it's a magic window with Wolf Blitzer in the garden outside. Like, I'm watching it. And they're like, all right. But like girls, you can't get anything past them. Is that your experience having
My daughter is really bright. She's a bright little girl. And, but she is, they have watched so little television that when they do get to watch it, they are transfixed by it. Like they can't, like everything can stop, okay? Like they won't eat. They won't do anything. They'll stay there. You'll see her cross her legs and jumping and trying not to go pee just to watch, okay? And it's like, all right, hey, I'm turning this off. Everybody go to potty break. Okay. All right. Come back. All right. Thanks, Daddy. Thanks. That's awesome.
What's the big shows?
We watch Wild Kratts. We watch
Wild Kratts?
Yeah, Wild Kratts.
There's 2 shows on my TiVo. I don't ever know. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Caillou.
Oh, I don't like either one of those. That Caillou's weird.
He's bald.
Yeah, he's a creep.
And there's smoke screen around the edge of the frame, like everything's a flashback, like everybody's been murdered.
Right. I don't like it, man. I don't like that Caillou. I don't like that. I like Wild Kratts. I like what's the other one? Arthur. I like Arthur.
I like Arthur.
Let's see. Wild Kratts, Arthur, Dinosaur Train. Dinosaur Train. It's a jam.
Don't shortchange me on that shit.
I don't know all the words. I just know Dinosaur Train. But they go back, they take dinosaurs, through different eras, and, they go, Jurassic, it's pretty awesome, man.
Do they go to like the 50s? Like, hey, we just let the coloreds vote.
Yeah, right. No, they need to get on that dinosaur train.
No,
okay.
dinosaur. No. It's okay now.
Oh, okay.
It's different. It's not like the 20s.
Thank God.
Everybody's up to speed now, dinosaurs. Then you bring it to 2014 and you let them watch Tyler Perry's Invasion of the Ukraine.
Yes. Not nearly as scary as Putin's.
It is amazing. Vladimir Putin can run a country with his shirt off. Like, I admire the man.
That's pimp in and of itself.
Straight up.
I know.
Like judo chopping it. Can you imagine Barack Obama? Like, there's pictures of him like shooting hoops at the White House and the press like loses their shit.
Right.
And like, all we know about like presidents, like Taft, like the bowl. Get a bowling alley. Like, can you imagine if like, I won't even use Obama as an example. Like, imagine like George Bush on a horse without his fucking shirt on.
Yeah.
Or like doing judo.
He was always clearing brush. That's why the Mexicans loved him. All right. Cause he was out there with the people. All right. He was the last Republican to get a Mexican vote. I'm telling you, them Mexicans love him, Jack. He's like the hero, man. He's like, hey, that bro, look, he worked, dude. He works.
He was up early.
Hey, I see that dude at Home Depot, bro.
Hey, what show you come out on, man? I know you from someplace.
I know you.
Hey, Mr. What show you come out on? What show you come out on, dog? I know you, man.
I think I know you, bro.
Are you Owen Wilson, man?
Owen Wilson.
George Bush was always clearing brush. I don't know where the fuck he lived. I think he was on meth because there's not
no
that
doubt,
much.
Man.
So you see those guys on like intervention. They're up like in the Ozarks. They're just clearing burl. Like I can't go to rehab. I got to sell my burl. my burl. And you're like, what the fuck is burl? But apparently there's a lot of it in the woods all over the country.
Yeah.
George Bush led the league in brush.
Yeah, he was out
Barbershop
there. He's a
ain't got
ginsenger.
shit.
He's a ginsenger. He's out there hunting that ginseng. Okay, he's out there getting it. All right, I'm getting money from my kids. I gotta get the money from my kids.
You watched Intervention when it was on?
Of course.
Do you ever root this is the litmus test, and this is why we're friends. You ever root against the addict?
Without a doubt.
Fuck yeah.
Without a doubt.
Every once in a while, you're like,
hey, that guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll take his kids.
Yeah,
those are good looking
right?
kids. That one's 16. He's already hitting 350 in high school. I'll take that.
Come on, that kid's going to college, man.
Half Dominican, half white. That's a scholarship waiting to happen.
Oh.
Power and speed.
Yeah, man.
I hope he leaves the Holiday Inn Express and walks into the parking lot, and I hope the hotel shuttle fucking runs him over. And someone drops me an email like, 2 kids available, former addict.
Yeah, right.
I'll take those kids right now.
Take them. I'm so glad baseball's coming back, by the way. I mean,
you missed it?
I missed it.
Football wasn't doing it for you?
Football this year was kind of anticlimactic, to be honest with you, man. It's
you're an SEC guy. You like the college.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know they sucked. Oh my God. We got rid of our great coach because he was banging some blonde. I mean, it's like, we didn't even get rid of the governor when he was banging a blonde. Okay. What do you mean, a coach? Why are you, this guy has got a plan.
For those of you, not versed, Bobby Petrino was coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, and he had an affair with a gal.
Yeah.
She may or may not have been a member of the student body.
Hey, come on, man. Hey.
But I think he should have been fired for crashing his motorcycle and having to rock that stupid neck brace in a press conference.
Now, that was stupid. He
looked like the guy suing Carol Brady on the Brady Bunch with that neck brace in court. You know, Your Honor. Women drivers.
Women drivers.
But like, he had the weird neck brace that's got like the metal in it where it makes you look like your neck is extended, like you're in some Hakawi tribe someplace where they worship
like you and them African women.
So now he's back.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Man. They're going to be good. That guy's a great coach.
Louisville is and I want your opinion, the worst place I've ever done stand-up. I get asked on Twitter all the time. Louisville Improv in Louisville was I sold maybe 80 tickets a night, all 5 shows. And there was a free Tony concert outside of the Improv. It was like that part of town where it's kind of like City Walk here in L.A.
Right.
In New York, I guess it's Times Square. It's like the Times Square of Louisville where you just walk around for free and you can just spend the whole day, not spend a penny.
Right.
And you have a great day. But fucking Tony, literally outside the Improv doors. So like the opening act gets off stage, and as I'm walking on stage, I hear, feels good. And I'm on stage in front of 80 people going, I want to be outside free Tony. Because they've done it again.
They've done it again. I loved Louisville. Louisville was great for me.
Did you do the Improv there?
I did.
I was there on Tony week. Maybe
I wasn't there on Tony week. And they shut that room down.
I know.
Yeah. It was not
good.
because of good for you, I guess. But for me, the worst place to do stand up, the crowds I really don't much care for, honestly, in Manhattan.
Really?
Manhattan. Yeah. I've never found a place there that I really, really like. And it's a strange thing for me because I've got tons of fans who are like, why don't you play the city? It's because I don't really care for it, you know?
That surprised me, Ralphie May, at Ralphie_May on Twitter, because one thing Manhattan loves is somebody that's authentic. They can smell a rat a mile away, and you ain't a rat. Like, you're the real deal. And people go, like, people when they first hear you or see you, they go, all right, here's a big white guy. He kind of talks like a black guy, and he talks like he's from the South. And he's telling me shit straight up and, keeping it correct. Not politically. You're certainly not politically correct at all. And I would think in Manhattan, they would really be down with that. And that would be like a bananas, like a niche market for you. That surprises me a lot.
No. But North Jersey, no problem. Outside the city, Long Island, no worries. Up into Connecticut, upstate New York, I'd crush. It's just the city. And I go in and give it my all. I do well there, but as far as the numbers go, but it's never the same as it is and the audience reaction.
Yeah, not that same volume.
No way. And it's like, I have
just somebody leaving the back door.
Okay.
Ralphie jumped. Jumpy prick. So Manhattan's the spot.
Yeah. It's strange because everybody would think it'd be like, I don't know, Alabama and I got no problem there. No problem. Anywhere in the Midwest. Nowhere.
Hit the Amazon banner at jmohr.com and I will read your Amazon purchase on the air. This is from Tim Grelling. Tim Grelling, congratulations. You're a star. You made the podcast. Sup, Jay Moors? He wrote it correctly. MOHRZ. What's up, Jay Moors? Thank you for hours of free entertainment and distractions while in airplanes, cars, and in the gym. You have made me laugh. You've made me cry. Damn Gary Goldman. And that's what he wrote. And you've introduced me to new comedians and musicians. My wife and I just bought a new house, and my first purchase was a Weber grill. Weber? Weber? Yeah, I'm not a big grill guy. Weber grill. Accessories and other random crap through your Amazon link at jmore.com. $750 purchase. Boom. See you at the Borgata in a couple weeks. Thanks again. Keep the free entertainment flowing. Big Tim G in South Jersey. There you go, talking about Jersey. And there's the Amazon order from Tim in South Jersey.
What happened with Goldman?
We got in deep about his father left when he was a kid.
Oh man!
And I don't want to.
It's never. That's what makes your podcast interesting. Is because if the general audience realized what happens that makes comedians to them, it would be a sad story every time. You know, none of us are cut from silk. We're all cut from tater sacks. Okay, and it ain't no straight line neither. Okay, it's a torn thing. You know.
If you live in Long Island, it's a members only jacket from the merry-go-round.
Exactly.
Paramount Theater, Huntington, March 27th. Ralphie May, go ahead.
Thank you. I just think that almost every comic has got just one of these stories. You know, about what made him a comic. You know.
We talked about, I forget who I was with. I think it was Natasha Leggero, and it was about like the hole that comics have inside them and the trauma that makes you a comic. And I never had trauma. My trauma was nothing was ever happening, and I was bored and I was alone. And that's a weird thing for me. Like, I know you had issues.
Yeah.
And I know like Gary Goldman's dad cut out on him when he was a kid, but he still knows his dad.
Wow.
And he's afraid to go see, I remember what it was. He was afraid to go, he doesn't go see his dad in the hospital. And when I asked him why, he was like, And then about an hour and a half in, I go, I know why you don't see your dad in the hospital. He goes, why? I go, because you're afraid he's going to leave again. You know he's leaving again eventually.
Yeah.
And he started crying.
Wow.
And I felt bad because I felt good for Gary and me, like cracking through.
Right.
But also like Gary's super funny, and I want him to talk about cookies for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
No one has more fucking material.
You know what? I as a fat guy, I am completely amazed at how interesting cookies were all this time, and talk about jokes right there at my hand.
Were you guys on Last Comic Standing at the same time?
No, I was
season
season 1 and he was season 2. We did that season 3 together, but yeah, man, that guy had a lot of cookie jokes. I mean, I'm like, as a fat guy, I'm just completely blown away.
Double stuff, same price. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's all like so clean.
I know.
And nothing I can make funny.
And you know what? I think that Gary has so much rage in him and anger that if he went.
Don't you remember when he picked me up and threw me?
Oh yeah, man, that was awesome. Holy shit! Yeah. I was like, what in flip flops? He did that in flip flops.
I felt that firsthand.
I know. He's got so much anger in him that if he ever just decided not to be a clean comic, that other level type of shit could come out of him.
When he gets heckled, it comes out.
Yeah.
He goes nuts. And we brushed over it, and I think people listening right now on their trains. By the way, East Coast, Ralphie May and Jay Mohr on the East Coast at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Manhattan. You know what we're going to do? We're going to give back to the Indians.
Yeah, right? Let's give it back.
Just because we want to play Indian casinos when we're 80 years old. We're like, hey,
amen to that, man.
We hooked you up with Soho, bro. Hey, Chief, no joke. Who gave you Soho? Jay and Ralphie hooked it up, Chief.
Right.
Hey, come on. A lot of Indian casinos, man. Hook it up.
Those Indians, man, they are enterprising. You know, it cracks me up how like, you know, you go to Foxwoods, or I was just at the Turning Stone, and it's an Indian casino, and you go there, and this guy comes up to you, and he's like the head guy, but he's like an Italian. All right. And it's like, hey man, how are you an Indian? Oh no, I'm a 132nd, Indian. I don't know, man.
I played an Indian on F Troop.
Are you Wapaho or something like that?
On MASH, they cast me as an Indian.
Yeah, exactly.
I like when you meet the elders and they're all in like suits.
Yeah.
Just regular guys. And then,
and no ponytails. It's like you feel ripped to shit, don't you? Like I'm ripped off, man.
I did one in Seattle, Snoqualmie Casino in Seattle.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it's just guys in suits, and I'm like, okay. Then when I get paid, motherfucker comes out with a suitcase of cash and a headdress. This is true. Opens the suitcase, and it was my full freight.
Wow.
It was a lot of, you know how they pay. And he goes, how much of, and all of a sudden his voice, like you said, like, hey man, good to see you, welcome, it's gonna be great, we're full, we're doing good. Yeah. And then he goes, how much of this would you like in cash? Like he actually changed his voice, and he got a fucking headdress.
What?
And I go,
it's awesome.
And I go, fuck that, you can cut me a check. I had an envelope in my bag with my business manager's address, stamped. I go, you can cut me a check, this is before stamps.com, obviously. I go, you can just cut me a check right now. And he goes, maybe you could enjoy yourself on the floor this evening.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like,
hey,
fuck.
Indian. Hey, Indian. Okay, this is the epitome of an Indian giver right here. All right, this is it, Jack. Oh no, take your money. Enjoy our casino.
I like
our mini crap tables.
Both of our Indians sound like Ricardo Montalban.
Yes.
Maybe we could pay you in Corinthian leather.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Geico presents Strange Savings Stories. Ken Marcus was making a pastrami sandwich when he noticed an odd pattern on a slice of pumpernickel bread, one that spelled out Geico. Ken found himself visiting Geico.com, saving hundreds of dollars on car insurance with great discounts. Later, Ken felt conflicted whether or not he should eat the slice of bread that saved him so much money. But he was so hungry.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This is cool. I like that you and I are like, this is weird. All right, March 27th, you're at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, Long Island.
Uh-huh.
March 28th, I'm at the Borgata in Atlantic City. Same night, March 28th, you're like basically in my hometown, Montclair, New Jersey, at the Wellmont Theater.
Gateway to beautiful Verona.
Gateway to Verona, right up Bloomfield Avenue. Verona, Raleigh. March 29th, because I know you ain't driving to Borgata, you lazy asses. March 29th, hey, I drank too much at lunch, JJ. Break my balls about it all of a sudden. March 29th, I'm at Foxwoods, which is way up in the woods. Great place to bury a body. If you gotta get rid of a body.
That's so funny you said it. Every time I go there, I go, this is where I die. This is where I die right here. Okay, this is where someone's gonna knock me out.
Pop.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like the Russians in Sopranos. Okay, they throw me in the woods. They never caught that guy. I always thought that guy was gonna come back and kill Tony in the final episode.
It bugged the shit out of me.
I know.
They never wrapped that up for me.
I know. What happened to that fucking Russian?
I don't care about the ending of The Sopranos. Don't Stop Believing. Like, people are mad as hell. What the fuck happened to the crazy Russian in the woods? That's what bothers me. So the 29th, I'm at Foxwoods, where I'll probably get whacked. And then on the 29th, you're up in the Poconos at Mount Airy. Is that a casino now?
Yes.
Mount Airy Casino. Is that also a Native American casino?
I would assume so. How
did the Jews lose the Poconos to the Indians?
I don't know.
That's some other level Benetton
that's
ad.
That's other level, man.
That's a Benetton ad gone south.
That's a question for the ages.
They own the Poconos.
Up there, man. They were up there, Jack, in full effect.
Yeah.
And they lost it to the Indians. Man. Them Indians making a comeback, Jack.
How great. Slowly but surely. I like Chris Rock's joke. I've never seen two Indians.
No, right? You never see them just kicking it with each other.
He goes, you think you got it bad? When was the last time you saw a family of Indians at Red Lobster? I've seen a chimpanzee ride a motorcycle. I have never seen two Indians at the same time. Look,
that's hilarious.
We're living in the best goddamn age of stand-up comedy.
It really is.
There's some mutts out there, too, that will remain nameless.
There really are.
But I'll say this. You and I had the pleasure and a blessing. Buddy Hackett, for some reason, just adored you and me.
Yeah.
And like, we were his go-to guys.
Yeah.
And
us and Jeffrey Ross.
Yeah, Ross, obviously, of course. But I don't know what I met. I always tell the listeners, I met Buddy Hackett. I think I have, and if I haven't, it's worth saying. You got to understand something, how important he was to us. I met Buddy after I knew everything. I was done.
Right.
I've been in it 19 years, headliner for a decade. Nobody could tell me shit. Yeah. And all of a sudden Buddy Hackett goes, why do you walk to the microphone when you go on stage? And I go, because that's where everybody walks. He goes, walk in front of the mic. Just point to like 4 guys and look up at the balcony and wave like, oh, I didn't even know you guys were up there. Then go behind the microphone, and then that whole crowd.
They're with you.
They go behind the microphone with you.
Yeah, he's right.
Fuck, I've never walked in behind the mic since.
No.
Walk in
you
front
come
of
out
that
and say
shit.
hello. You know, say hi to people.
I'm pointing. Some guy in the front row is like, why does he keep pointing at me?
I know. I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong with this shirt?
You're the one wearing the headdress with the suitcase of cash. Follow me around the country.
Enjoy our tables.
Enjoy our tables tattoo.
The plane master.
People don't realize Ricardo Montalban was a card-carrying Indian.
And he was in a lot of Indian movies. Cowboy movies as an Indian.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he played a Geronimo in one of them. I forget the name of it. I can't remember. And he was also in the movie with John Wayne where they were Kublai Khan and Genghis Khan. I mean, no, he was the Genghis Khan. Remember the one that they filmed in the crater of the nuclear
That's some
explosion?
daytime TV sitting at home high shit. I had to get out and get after it when I was high.
I understand.
I couldn't sit home and watch John Wayne movies.
I love John Wayne movies, man. I still watch them. Me and my son, we watched Rio Lobo the other day. It was tremendous.
You know what? I'll watch Rio Bravo because Dean Martin's in it. I like when him and Ricky Nelson sing
Dean
in the jail
Martin is
cell.
fantastic.
And him and Ricky Nelson got that nice duet in the jail cell. And Stumpy. I like that one a lot.
Man.
Did Hackett ever pull you aside and talk to you about your act?
He did.
Well, sometimes his advice was completely wrong.
Not for me. Not for
me either. But I saw him tell Nick Swartzen, what's your opening joke? I'm going to get back to you. Sorry, I cut you off. And Nick Swartzen goes, it was his impression of people on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And he goes, tonight, don't tell them what the impression is. Just sit down on the stool and then go through all those crazy faces. So Nick Swartzen goes out and sits on the stool and just starts going and the crowd just thought he was like a fucking crazy person. It was like the most conceptual thing. Now, I think if he did it every night, it would kill.
Yeah.
But he just came backstage and Hackett goes, I didn't tell you it was going to work. I just said try it. Now you don't have to try it ever again. So maybe, you know what? Maybe then it was good advice, actually.
Yeah, right? For me, Hackett was impressed that I wasn't just doing fat jokes. He really liked that I had something to say. He goes, always say something. Always. Not many comics can say something and be funny. If you can do it all the time. And you don't have to be fat just to do it. I'm a fat fucker. I don't talk about that. I talk about pussy and shit, you know? And he would, man, Hackett's stories were amazing. And I remember talking and asking him to write a book. And he goes, I can't write a book. I have to cut out all the girls and the broads. And I said, well, just cut them out. He goes, oh, you gotta keep the broads. you gotta keep the broads. It's like, okay, hey, you win. That's logic right there.
When we had to cast Lonnie in action, it was Buddy Hackett was the brainstormer, me and Katz, and we go in, and they go, all right, well, we'll have him come in and audition, and me and Katz just go, no. You don't audition Buddy Hackett to do 8 lines a week on a Fox show. So Hackett comes in. I go to his house. It's the one when he was up in Malibu, and I slept over at his house. And he goes, I don't know why, but it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm laying in bed in my pajamas at his house, and I'm just watching TV, holding the remote. He goes, are you going to watch TV? I go, yeah, is that okay? He goes, that's fine. I got to go out. I'm going to the store, and I'm going to gas up the car. I go, all right. He goes, I'll be about 40 minutes. I go, all right. He goes, an hour tops, an hour and a half. 2 hours, call the sheriff's department. I go, okay, you got it. No problem. He goes, you want me to bring you back anything? I go, no, just fucking go. And he goes, all right. I'm beating around the bush. There's a 38 in the drawer, and there's one in the chamber. Just, if you're going to open the drawer, just know that it's loaded. But I don't think anybody's going to come in and bother you. And then he just walks out. And I'm watching TV, 10 minutes go by, and I'm like, I open the drawer, there's 8 fucking guns. There wasn't one 38, it was a 38, a 35, a 25.
He had so many weapons, man.
He lent me, when I applied to get my gun, you got to wait the 8 days or whatever. Right. And I go, I don't want to wait the 8 days. This is back when it's Beverly Hills at the Whittier house. And he goes, oh, I'll give you a gun. And he gives me a gun, and he calls the police department of Beverly Hills, my whole route home, the police department of West Hollywood, and the police department of Burbank, and the police department of the Hollywood Hills. And he goes, my friend's driving home with one of my guns. If you pull him over, I'd appreciate it if you didn't give him a hard time. And I'm driving home with this pistol, and he just put it in the front seat of my car, and he goes, keep the bullets in a glove box, otherwise they're going to think you're a crazy man. But the pistol was a service revolver, and it said on it, to Buddy Hackett, with love, the Florida Sheriff's Association. And it had like a palm tree sketched into the handle, and I was like, well, now I have to murder somebody.
Yeah, right? You got this cool weapon.
That's the fucking murder weapon that they got to find, and they're going to pin it on Hackett. He'll be out in 2 years anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh,
He doesn't care.
My one shot, and I blew it.
I know, man. He was something else, man. What a peach of a man. I mean, just to take a bunch of young comics in. I mean, think about it, JJ. In 25, 30 years, are you going to... a young comic's going to come over to your house and hang out?
You and me, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I love you so much.
Yeah.
You and me are apparently the only guys that really give a shit about the next wave of guys.
It really, there isn't a lot of people out there, helping younger comics.
No.
Definitely not doing it for free.
No. Well, I didn't do it. In all fairness, I made a lot of money off Last Comic Standing.
Yeah, but still though, I mean, you made it from the network. You didn't make it from the comic.
Yeah.
I mean, the comics, they had their own chance to do it or not do it. How about this new year? Are you involved in the new season?
Yeah, they're rebooting it. They got Wanda Sykes on board as an executive producer. I don't know if she's hosting or not, but they literally took every single human being that had ever touched in any capacity Last Comic Standing and removed them from it, myself included.
Wow.
I don't really care. I want it to do very well, and I encourage everybody listening to make sure you watch Last Comic Standing. And if you TiVo it, watch it within 5 days so it gets registered. Right.
Because it's such a nice thing to do for comics. I mean, putting comics in prime time.
You got
the first
jobs.
guys to do it.
And the fact that you're not bitter and guys that barely made it past the first stage are bitter, like you got the all-time fucking like Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson treatment on national television when you got beat by that fan. But and people said like it's fixed. I'm like, all right. In whatever time it was probably about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
14 years ago.
Something like that.
There's a race of people that were and I'm not being this is a fucking fact. There is a race of people that were way ahead of the curve when it came to texting.
Way.
Asians. Dat fan. Asians were fucking texting emoticons and Hello Kitty photos. We still had fucking flip phones where like the picture of the house phone would go around in a circle while it was loading up.
Yeah, man.
And do you remember Tess?
Yeah.
The black girl from Sandusky, Ohio, who was so goddamn funny.
Right.
She got 6% of the vote, and she was amazingly 6%.
Wow.
And here's why. And this I'll just call it like it is. That was the year they changed 800 numbers to 877.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me half the brothers watching that show weren't like, I don't know, man.
It's going to charge me.
Not 800 number.
They're going to charge me.
And this isn't me and Ralphie like stirring racial shit up. Like, it's a fucking fact.
No, it was a fact.
And the result is the fact that Tess took 6% of the vote. She was fucking hilarious.
She did really good.
6% of the vote, you got fucking job.
Man,
that was brutal.
The way I've always looked at it is that, I didn't have anything when I started there. I was in a shit apartment living off Crenshaw and Adams, and I didn't have anything in it. All right. And then when things started happening, when I initially lost, I was like, what the fuck just happened? All right. Like, what the fuck? All right. And then I went and did Kimmel, and I said, man, hey, the Asians, they be working the computers and stuff. Okay. And, but I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized what really happened was it pissed so many people off. It pissed so many people off that they started coming to me in droves, buying everything I had. I mean, my first album sold like 1.2 million in 8 months. Okay. And it just kept on coming.
I should lose on something.
Man, it was awesome.
I can't move shit.
It was awesome. Of course, that was when people were buying albums, buying DVDs.
Mine. Nobody, whatever. But I want to keep it about you.
But it was the same thing that happened to Metallica when they lost to Jethro Tull for the first heavy metal Grammy. I mean, they lost to a band with a flute. Yeah, in 88.
Jane's Addiction was in there too.
Yeah. All of them lost to fucking Jethro Tull. Okay. Aqualung, kill yourself. All right. All right. To do that.
That's the only one I like.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only good song they've got. Okay.
I feel like I'm watching an Irish guy buy Coke in Hell's Kitchen in 1930.
Exactly.
The fuck kind of music is this?
And it was that's what propelled my whole career. And then like the radio stations wanted to hear about it, and I just did radio all the time. I had done radio with you. You know, when we worked together, when we first started working together, I remember like Phoenix was a big trip for us, and you said, "Hey, I can't do them because you got to do 2 TV interviews. You had to do something else." And they seemed like they'd be down if you want to go in. And I said, "Sure, I'll go over there on a Friday." And those guys, we became vast friends. I'm in business now with Brady. Okay.
Brady and Phoenix. I love that.
Brady
fool.
and Phoenix. Okay. And John Holmberg. So goddamn talented, man. Really, really fucking top end show.
Underrated.
Very
you know
underrated.
What? I'm guilty of I always say Lewis and Floor Wax. You know, I always say in my shows where you go and it's a hang, and I always forget about Brady and the Boys in Phoenix.
Yeah, man. Holmberg's Morning Sickness. So goddamn funny. Cowhead in Tampa. Paul Young Ron in Miami. all those guys. Brother Weeze in Rochester. Maddie in the Morning in Boston. All these guys had me in. Rover had me in all the time. On the phone, everything. And it was just, it built into, like in the morning, I would do 10 stations in each time zone. Okay, I would start at 5 in the morning and go till noon, and I would do that 5 days a week. And it was consistently week after week after week, just calling in and giving them free content that built the brand. You know, even if I was sold out, I would go do radio and tell everybody it's sold out, not for that ticket that week, but for the next time or wherever they're at around, you know, create the momentum.
I loved working with you, and you killed so hard that other comics would tell me, and club owners would tell me, like, you know, that's not usually how it goes. Like, we had so-and-so in here last week, and he had this guy open, and you're making it harder for yourself. And I was like, look, everybody's been to a rock concert, and the opening act fucking sucks. And you're just sitting there going, who are these mutts I'm sitting through? And I'm like, if people are going to spend $30 for a ticket, you got a work ethic that's unparalleled. Like, you work way harder than I do, and I work pretty fucking hard. But if people are going to spend $30, is it really asking that much to find somebody that can do 20 minutes great?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like, what's your name? Where you from? Like, nobody gives a fuck where I'm from. Do your show.
Yeah, do it.
And you would destroy. It was amazing to do. We got to go back on the road and do theaters. I've just decided.
Okay, I got the bus. We can go.
I ain't going on your fucking bus.
Why?
Because I don't want to hear Dave Matthews music.
No Dave Matthews. I had it all power washed out of there.
You take the bus. I'll fly in like a gentleman.
Okay. All right.
Air travel. It's the future.
It's the future.
Dollar Shave Club. Is there anything worse than buying razors? You got Ralphie's still here, everybody. Don't tap out.
I'm not. I'm here.
Dollar Shave Club. No, I meant them tap out. You got to go. When did this happen? You go to CVS or some store. When you buy razors, you got to get some guy in the back to fucking
a new razor is $12. Okay, but a pack of fucking 3 razors is $74. Okay, if you go to fucking Costco, you need a co-signer. All right, go fuck yourself with the 8 blades. How about one blade that cuts? Okay,
and that
trims.
They're all in jail.
Oh yeah. Like I'm this.
You got to pick up the phone and talk to it for a while.
Exactly.
Through the glass.
You just look at it like, boy, I wish I could get that. That'd be awesome. Because everybody knows customer service at drugstores is just so amazing. They really are.
You know, I realize I can never work at a drugstore because I have one thing in me they don't.
A soul?
The will to live.
The will to live.
And I don't have smudged glasses.
Oh my God.
Why did
a mess.
They always get smudged glasses.
A mess.
Clean your fucking glasses.
Oh my God. Just such a
you
fucking
work
mess.
around tissues.
Yeah, right?
It's a fucking CVS.
No doubt,
and
man.
I don't want to check this shit out myself. I've lived my life a certain way where I don't want to work here.
Man, I tell you, I'm mad about that. Having to wait with the presumption of you're a thief, all right? Because I'm standing here and people look at you. Hey, can you help me out? I don't have the keys. I can't help you.
And you got, yeah, not anymore. Yeah. How about this? DollarShaveClub.com. You don't have to go through it, brother. And I say this in all sincerity. Out of all, I don't sponsor anything I'm not down with. These are the best damn razors I've ever used in my love in my life. And they deliver them to your house, and it's just a couple bucks a month. They ship the razors right to your door. I'll come out of the shower, no shaving cream, straight up, and I'll just shave on my wet face. No shaving cream, smooth as a baby's ass. So every month, like clockwork, you get a package in the mail with everything you need for a great shave. Their blades are the best I have ever used. And if you're not an everyday shaver, join the club and opt for delivery every other month. With DollarShaveClub.com, there's no more trudging to the store for overpriced blades. You don't need a cosigner. Like Ralphie said, no more cutting up your...
It's got 27 blades on it.
And it plays Aqualung when you squeeze it. Too many shaves out of that last rusty-ass blade. Don't do it anymore. No more plastic razor fortress. They got more than razors.
And God forbid your wife didn't have to go to the pool. All right, so there's a chia pet on the razor now. All them pubes are all shaved up in that monkey. Oh, God damn it. Get me a new razor already.
Or get her some Dr. Carver's Easy Shave Butter. That also you can get
right?
with the Dollar Shave Club. Best thing you put on your face before shaving it. They also got One Wipe Charlie's, peppermint-infused butt wipes for men.
Nice.
Heaven on earth. And I asked the owner, the guy that invented DollarShaveClub.com, I go, why the peppermint? Because it tingles my butthole. And he goes, I've done a lot of, completely serious. He goes, I've done a lot of analytics. Guys like to feel something. That way they convince themselves that it's actually working. So you walk around all day with like a tingly butt, not all day, for like 15 minutes after you do the One Wipe Charlie on your starfish.
Yes.
You wipe it and it's got a little tingle and you feel kind of perks up a little bit.
I would walk a little bit, a little nicer. I like them cottonelles, okay, but I tell you, they ain't got no peppermint flavor.
No, Charlie, One Wipe Charlie's. Join me and everyone at Mohr Stories and the hundreds of thousands of guys who have upgraded to the smarter way to shave. Shave time, shave money. Join DollarShaveClub.com, DollarShaveClub.com. When you go to CVS, this is the other thing too. And you have kids and I have kids. They're fucking with us by having that enormous cage of balls right when you're standing in line. You got
Sons
two
of
kids.
Sons of bitches. All them putting the toys at their level, dicks. All the candy at their level, dicks. Okay, that big thing of balls. Okay, my son starts throwing them, and then I start running and picking them up. And,
See, I go the other way with it. I actually throw them at the baby, Mackie. He's 2.5, and he's the size like a 5-year-old. I actually throw them at his legs and try to take him out.
Really? Just to drop him?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He can take it. Awesome. But I'm not going to run all over the store. It's a fool's errand because when I'm running, he's going to get more balls.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. So finally I give August a piggyback ride when we go pick up the balls. But I won't even take them anymore. Fuck that. They don't even know what's in a Walgreens. They've never been in there a Walgreens. I won't get them there because they fuck you with the ball. And then everything look pretty, and you end up spending another $40. That's why they make you wait. That's why they make you wait for your prescription. So, hey, it'll be about 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes for you to count to 30 and put pills in a bottle and slap a fucking sticker on it. Yeah, you're doing this, so I spend $1,000 in this shithole. I'll buy 3 razors.
So I can buy the skeleton that does super free.
It's super free. A Billy Bass mouth, okay?
The only things that are sold at the drugstore. You can't get that skeleton wearing the pimp hat saying super free. And by the way, thanks for having that exactly at stroller level. I appreciate you scaring the shit out of my baby as I'm leaving CVS or Walgreens or Dwayne Reed in Manhattan.
Yeah.
They got. Oh, here's a trick. Do you know this? If the line's long, you can buy shit at the pharmacy. If you got a full ass shopping cart, there's no better. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I don't give a shit. I got kids.
Yeah.
You can boss the move. You got a full ass shopping cart. Oh, like your wife's got you buying like tampons. You got like stuff for the house.
Right.
You got all the paper towels. You got everything you could possibly need. Like it's a $300 CVS Walgreens run or whatever. Right to the fucking farm. No one's in line at the farm. Some guy behind you is waiting for his fucking heart medication.
Yeah.
They're like, hold on. Are these?
He's got one foot in the grave and another on a banana pill. All right, waiting for his heart medicine. And you got, hold on. And she got these with wings. These are the G-string pads. All right, let's put them on there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was in Manhattan. at a Dwayne Reed, and like the pharmacies are downstairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
and by the way, the listener should know, Dwayne Reed, lowest on the pecking order employee-wise.
Yes, you're stocking a soap pile. Might want to try it. That's all I'm saying. You know, okay. You might want to try some soap. It'd be fucking awesome. I got into
soap, carpet fresh.
Yeah, something, man.
Pour that shit over your head
like a kitty litter, like vomit. Ugh, god damn it. But we get there, all right, and I get the prescription, all right, and I'm waiting, and the guy said 15 minutes. It's been 20. I go up and ask him, hey, how long do you think it's gonna be? And the guy went crazy on me. He just went, I said 20 minutes. I mean 15, 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. Fuck you, fat. Fuck you. Go to someplace else. He threw me my prescription back and yelled at me to get out of there. And I thought the guy was like, he was kind of like, I don't know where he was from, but it was kind of like Kabumistan, you know, like one of them.
Like Borat style.
Yeah, exactly.
My wife.
Yeah, my wife. Okay. Like he's gonna blow something up, you know? And I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna fucking get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. LA, they make you fucking buy bags. Are they doing that with you?
Yeah.
Like you get a whole fucking thing of groceries and they go, do you want bags? I'm like, no, I want to juggle this shit to my car, stupid. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah. I'd like to juggle fucking 2 gallons of milk, eggs, grapes, eggs. Okay. Go fuck yourself. No, I've got a hat. Here, let me put it on in my magic hat.
You wonder why I brought my 10-gallon sombrero?
Yeah, right? That Pharrell hat. Oh my God.
Yeah, they always do. Everybody keeps, there's somebody coming, you guys keep ducking out.
I hear noise. There's something on.
It's a street, cars, high school.
I guess so.
Yeah, they make you buy bags, and here's the thing. My pantry has about 4,000 bags in it.
I know.
Because, I keep saying to myself, when I go back, I'm gonna bring these bags, and I won't have to spend 10 cents on a paper bag, but I keep fucking forgetting the bags.
I know.
So now the game is how much shit can I hold in my hands, and how much can I trick a 2-year-old into carrying through a fucking business. Today I had him holding 2 bags of grapes in each hands, and I had apples, bananas, and all fucking cookies and treats. I'm carrying all the treats because he'll eat them. He'll get run over.
Right.
How about this one? You had to, like, let's say you go to the magazine stand at, like, the Dwayne Reed or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you're looking at the magazine stand, and you say, you're looking for Sports Illustrated.
Right.
No Sports Illustrated. So you look at the guy and you go, do you guys carry Sports Illustrated? And the guy points to the magazine stand that you're fucking looking at.
Yeah.
And I go, no, I know where the magazines are. I want to know if you sell Sports Illustrated. And then he just does that point again like fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
hey, thank you for not being of service.
And then I go,
appreciate that.
I know where the magazine, this happened to me many times. I know where the magazine, and the guy goes, if we sell it, that's where it would be. And I go, I'm asking if you sell it. He goes, that's where it would be. And you know what I did? I held him upside down until his fucking GED fell out of his pocket. And I said, look at it. Take a look at it.
Take a look.
Because I don't read
Minimum
GED. You know what it says to me? Ged.
Ged.
Just Ged. How do you feel? Ged.
Ged.
By the way, anybody out there with your GED, congratulations to you. We're talking specifically about
I got
pharmacy
mine.
employees. You got
I got
yours?
kicked out.
Really?
I got kicked out of school. Pulling a prank. And the other guys who were with it were like, really wanted to go to college, and I just wanted to be a comic. So I was like, I'll take the lump. And I left 6 weeks before the end of school.
You got bounced 6 weeks before you graduated?
Yeah.
You dope?
Yeah. It was a good prank. It was a good,
What was the prank?
We removed a car. My brother had a car hauler, and we basically moved a car. I guess they would say stole, but that's a bit of a stretch. You know, we shined it up, made it look nice. But we just did it. We did a series of pranks, and it got us into a lot of trouble, but it was something to do. I mean, it was Arkansas before 9/11, so there was no bother over, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms when it came to dynamite, stuff like that.
Blow shit up.
Blow shit up.
Put a firecracker in a frog's ass.
It was a little bit more than a firecracker, but yeah, it was. There was some. And the statute of limitations has run out, so it's not a word, but it's just something that I really don't want my kids to go, hey, that was awesome, because now, you'd be domestic terrorists and shit like that for what we did.
Man. No shit.
No shit, Jack. People have lost their fucking sense of humor, bro. It is gone.
You're
Gone.
saying the United States should be a little more lenient on explosives, Ralph?
Yes, come on, man. In the mid-90s, I did acid and shrooms with Hunter S. Thompson and Doug Stanhope up at his place in Aspen, Colorado, and we threw dynamite off his back porch and shot it. We propane tanks and shot them. Okay, it was awesome. Okay, especially on drugs, it was fantastic.
Sounds like Del Rio, Texas on a Tuesday.
Yes. It sounds like Del Rio, Texas every day now. Man, Del Rio, woo, danger.
That's where Red lived.
He's a real cowboy, Jack.
No
you live
shit.
down there, man. You fucking real. If you live, you're
He
real.
lived on the river, and you could see the guys on the other side of the river. Like, Mexico was right from here to across the street. That was Mexico. Yeah. And they just sit there and they walk back and forth. In case they time where anybody leaves, when you leave, when you come back. They know the whole street. And we would come back, and the cereal would be missing. And I was like in my 20s, and I was an alcoholic, and I'm like, let's go fucking kick some ass. And I'll never forget this. I always say Chris Farley, next to my mother's father, was the most beautiful man I ever met. But this is Red in a nutshell. I'm like, they can't fucking come in here and steal your shit. And he goes, you can't argue with hungry. These people are hungry. And it took me aback. And I was like, almost cried at how beautiful what he just said. The simplicity. Man. And he goes, but if they come in here and start pissing on the mattresses, I'm gonna shoot one in the fucking eye. It was always a fucking coin flip, but it was like the size of a manhole cover. Like it's
right. Humanitarian. Or I'll kill that motherfucker. I'll kill him.
I brought him a ham last Christmas. He better not come in my yard. That was his big thing. He would go to Mexico and give out ham.
Yeah, right.
Because he didn't want him fucking with his property.
I'm not mad at that.
I go, why do you keep bringing these guys ham? He goes, they don't know my boat's not locked. I don't have a lock for my boat. When I got, here they come. Here they come. The invasion has become sea of mullets crossing the Atlantic. They blew up Anheuser-Busch.
What the fuck is that little dog doing? That little dog is freaking out. You went from one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen to one of those tiniest dogs I've ever seen.
I got one inside that's smaller, dude.
No way. They don't make them smaller than that.
When I got my high school diploma, they go in alphabetical order. And right when they got to the L's, I started going, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. They're going to find some shit out that I did. Because I did a lot of bad shit.
Yeah.
For fun, like you said. Prank shit. Like knock bookcases over at a private school because you lost a wrestling match. Spray the fire extinguisher inside someone's car.
Awesome.
Like they're going to get something, right?
Yeah.
And they said my name. I went across the stage, got my diploma, walked off the stage. It was Red. My maternal grandmother passed, and both my father's parents, Pop and Grandma. And then I hugged them all, and then we only lived a quarter mile from the school, and in my robe, cap and gown, I walked home. They were still at the football field, and I got under the fucking blankets, and I acted like I was sleeping. So if anybody came to take my diploma away, I'd be like, I didn't know what you're talking about. I wasn't even there. I went home and got under the blankets.
Wow, man.
Like a fucking DUI. Waiting to have, like that old DUI trick. Like you pull in the fucking driveway drunk. After you clip 6 cars, you get under the blankets like, what are you fucking waking me up for?
Yeah,
I've been here for 3 days. I have such a flu. That smells like booze.
Yeah.
Ralphie May, Paramount Theater. Now listen up. March 27th, Paramount Theater, Huntington, Long Island. March 28th, I think is how normal people say it.
Right.
The Wellmont Theater in Montclair, New Jersey. Jersey, come strong for my boy now. March 29th, Mount Airy, in the Poconos. Go see him March 29th. All my dates are at jmohr.com. All Ralphie's dates are at ralphiemay.com. Man, we gotta do this more often, bro. And you know what?
Okay.
I think we could do like a 5,000 seat room together.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking them. You sell the bus on me every time it comes up.
It's pretty awesome, man.
I don't give a shit. I'll play Madden on the bus when it's parked after I get to the airport and someone picks me up. You know what? You can pick me up at the airport in your bus.
I will. That's pretty cool.
What would you say? But you better be blasting Dave Matthews.
No, never.
Please.
Never.
Just for the joke.
No, never.
Just to pick me up and crash into you,
but
Jay.
I do have a, I've got this train horn on my bus from this company called Horn Blasters, and Tampa. They have a whole kit, and so we were at a train, and there was a train at night, okay, and he's blowing his horn, and I run up there and just start hammering the horn, all right? And my driver's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, can you think of a scarier fucking thing to hear on a track by yourself at night? If you're in a train, is another train horn? And he's like, oh, boss, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Blowing some conductor.
I know, and the guys, they come by, oh!
Head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Looking around.
What the fuck? Looking out. I've
Ghost
never seen
train.
them outside of the train. They were outside. They were like, what the fuck?
We'll do a huge ass theater. We'll do like a half dozen.
Yeah.
You got to pick me up at the airport in the bus.
No problem.
But crash. Something sensual.
Okay, nice.
Lift up your skirt a little while and show your world to me. And you come out of the bus and we hug.
Yeah, right? And we do it when them bro hugs, okay, when them man hugs. Oh, God.
Straight
all
up.
sensitive.
And we'll wear our fucking cargo shorts and we'll wear hats on backwards and t-shirts that say Rollin' Rock.
Yeah,
so
right.
Everybody knows the real Dave
Exactly.
Matthews fans.
Oh, my
Fucking
God.
bunch of zilches.
Oh, God.
Get a glove and get in the game.
Amen to that, man.
Fuck's sake. Listen to some Dr. Dre.
Do something. Get some balls. People, I don't know, man. I never liked that music. It just didn't have any heart
I like
to me.
Dave Matthews. I like a lot of Dave Matthews, like dialed back without the fucking Country Bear Jamboree shit.
Yeah.
When it's just him and like the guy Tim that he plays with, I like it a lot. Let's not fucking forget, my man, that
He
you
was
and
like
I.
the biggest. He was like the biggest guy of all time, though. I mean, in like the 90s.
I want to talk about you and me smoking so much pot that we forgot how to play Scrabble.
Oh yeah,
in your kitchen.
man.
And the two of us just sat looking at a board, and I'll never forget. It was in your kitchen on Gardner, I believe it was, in Hollywood. And at one point, we're just staring at the board. It was a beautiful summer day, and we're inside, nice breeze, and you just look up and go, "Is it your turn or mine, player?"
Yeah, right.
And I looked you in the eye, and I said, "I don't know."
It's awesome.
I said, "You want to flip a coin?" And it took us another half hour to try to find a coin to flip.
Amen to that, man. That was all change was quickly turned into gas money at that point. That was and